started with a dumbbell lateral raise. No chance, mate.
So what we're doing first is the standing lateral raise with the dumbbell. You'll see that we've popped ourselves up against the bench just to stop us from using any momentum. Now with the dumbbell lateral raise, it starts easier here, gets progressively harder as we raise up. So that's exercise number one.
Look, I've been bulking since '86.
Oh, just keep on fucking, keep fucking working, mate.
You two looking well?
Yeah, we're all right, mate. I'm deep into a diet at the moment, to be fair. What's your name?
Dave.
Louis. I'm checking out the area. I'm hoping to move up here. So,
all right.
Yeah, I'm hoping to come and make this my home as well. So we've got the cable lateral raise next, and as you'll see, we're putting the resistance, so it's coming from horizontally, which makes it more challenging here, as I mentioned at the start. So that's the key. If you've got this cable stack and you want to challenge this part of the movement, you need the resistance coming from this way and not from down here. And you'll also see the way we need to get our arms to in order to really use the delt is only to here. We don't need to be coming in too far. Just a straight line from here, stretching the delt, aligning nicely across your clavicles, and we're just in from this position, and we're out from there. It's a lot simpler. You don't need to be doing any of this and flinging your arms at all. Nice and straight. Doing all these different gyms, we've got to try and figure out all the kit every time as well. So, do bear with. Team Optimal and all that, looking like an absolute knob. So, as you know, delts are pretty smashed to bits. We're now focusing today's pressing efforts. So the top line, so the clavicular, and a little bit of frontal delt in there as well. So you can sort of see the way in which this workout's going today. We've gone delts, upper chest, then we're going to go into mid-chest, then we're going to go into the sternal fibers of the chest before the triceps. So there is logic behind the work as well, and that's absolutely fine. But you'll still see, you know, we're doing things like a couple of partial reps here and there. We're not sticking to the textbook too much, but still using it in order to make sure that, you know, we're making progress as well. Oh, it converges as well. So when we're looking at our pressing, the thing we want to really consider is what is our rib cage doing as we're pressing. So I'm trying to target the upper part of my chest. So as I'm pressing upwards, if my chest is coming up as well, I'm actually going to be targeting a completely different part of my chest. So you have to keep into consideration what this is doing with your pressing. By me doing an incline press, I need to keep myself fixed to ensure that I'm then pressing through the clavicular. If I raise my back up, whilst I'm in that incline, which you see a lot of people do, never actually going to target your upper chest as well. So it's a big consideration with your high incline press. Shout out to Luke Miller, my man. Big tip he gave me with my pressing, and I think everyone would benefit from it. It's not to get into the habit of like, I need to explode that weight up and out of that hole to progress my logbook. And instead just concentrate on using the chest throughout the whole movement. So big thing I've had to sort of take a step back from is load and explode. I need to pause, press, and actually feel my way through the whole lift. So shout out to Luke Miller, of course, as he's helped me with that when I was over in the States. And that's what we're putting in to this. So what you'll see when we're pressing is we're trying to bring our hands as close in as we can to here. The reason being is when we're doing a chest press, the goal is to bring the elbow as far across the chest as we can to shorten it. So if your hand is coming in, obviously you're going to then be able to bring it in physically closer. If our hands are out here, as we extend, our elbows will be coming away. So when you are pressing in the machine, be cautious of where does your hand position finish in relation to the midline. We wanted to try and be in line or across a little bit as much as we possibly can. So hand position is a really important factor. Before we head into the tricep segment, we're just going to finish off the chest. Because this beautiful machine is here, I wouldn't usually do it, but it'd be rude not to use some of the GOAT machines. It's the costal pec fly. So we're bringing it in down in here. Putting the emphasis right into the middle of that chest there. And that will complete the push segment. The shoulders and chest will be complete. So this is just one set for the fun of it. We could have done this before we went into the pressing, but we're here at Flex and Tone, so we're gonna chuck it in there. Two exercises of triceps coming up before we finish off the workout with some rear delts. So you'll see this exercise here, we're putting a big emphasis, elbows remaining tracked behind the ribs, extending down and back. And then our second movement, which you'll see, is elbows above, overhead from there. Challenging short and range, meaning it gets harder as you get to this point. Overhead starts hard, gets easier, and those two movements will also ensure you're working all heads of the tricep as well. As Paz was saying, when you're trying to target your rear delts with a pulling motion, we want to be thinking about pulling away and not pulling in. So the rear delt's job is to help the scapula move this way. So our resistance needs to be coming out this way. So that's why you see me driving up and wide. And then we're going to superset it with a fly variation. As Paz finishes up his final set, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, if you did, please drop it a like, a comment, as it will help my newbie little channel grow. And until the next one, take it easy. I'll catch you soon.